parties, and we know those who were at the naked ones. But everyone already knows that those people were at these parties, right? But then, the feds recently just came out with a new list of celebs, politicians, and even members of Diddy's family that were involved in his crimes. And these names will shock you to your bones. Celebrities. 2 years back, Sean Diddy Combs went all out for his 53rd birthday, hosting an extravagant bash at his $61 million Beverly Hills mansion. The guest list was star-studded, with heavyweights like Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Mary J. Blige, Kalani, Tennessee, Chris Brown, and Machine Gun Kelly all showing up to celebrate him. It was more than just a birthday. It marked 30 years.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This why I always say, bitch, move. That's why I always say, bro, give me 100 M's and I'm straight, folks. Bro, cause all this weird ass shit, listen, bro. When you get rich, you ain't gotta hang around motherfucking weirdos. You can stay to yourself, bro. You get what I'm saying? All these freaky ass spiritual parties and shit. Just a bunch of demons, bro.
The music industry, a milestone in which Diddy built his entertainment empire and left his mark on hip-hop, not only with his own hits, but by producing for legends like Mariah Carey and Biggie. Fast forward to 2024, and his career is on
Eve Online on Mac immerses you in a universe
on the ropes. In a case filed in New York, the star has been accused of kidnapping, drugging, and coercing women into sexual activities, sometimes through the use of firearms and threats of violence. That same Los Angeles mansion that hosted his birthday party was raided by police in March. There, officers seized all sorts of freaky things intended for his freak-offs, which included drugs and 1,000 bottles of baby oil. With all that baby oil and drugs,
what the hell? Oh, no, come on, bro. Like, what kind of freaky...
You can't help but wonder what really went down at those parties. Heads up, though, it's pretty disturbing. You see, from 1998 to 2009, Diddy hosted an annual white party, famous not just for its all-white dress code, but for mixing East Hampton's old money elites with the new wave of hip-hop stars. According to Diddy, it was all about breaking down racial and generational barriers. Diddy's parties would kick off during the day and go well into the night. Early on, they had more of a family vibe, but eventually things shifted into an adults-only scene. Before that happened, Diddy would often address the crowd saying, "We fed you, gave you drinks, now it's time to enjoy life." Then he turned to the kids, giving them a heads up. You've got about an hour left because this is about to turn into something that, when you're older, you'll want to be part of. So let's start to get our groove on. Time to put the kids away. It's all good. While there might have been some sexual activity at Diddy,
what kind of weird, freaky, man, what the hell? That's crazy, bro.
Parties. The freak-offs mentioned in both his federal indictment and the lawsuit filed by his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, were a whole separate thing. According to the indictment, these freak-offs were elaborate staged performances that Diddy organized, directed, during, and often recorded. Cassie's lawsuit added that these events usually took place in luxury hotels, not at Diddy's house, and allegedly lasted for days, leaving participants needing IV fluids afterward due to the physical strain and drug use involved. And Diddy wasn't shy about it. Singer-songwriter Swoop recalled how bold Diddy was when he said, "I can make anybody do anything because this life is what they want, and I've got the keys to the castle." But Diddy wasn't the only messed up person there. According to Swoop, plenty of celebrities were fully aware of who Diddy was and what he did to entertain them. This wasn't an isolated thing. According to Swoop, you'd have to consider everyone who was part of that world freak-offs when you think of Diddy and the access Diddy had to so many people. Now, even though the federal indictment only names Diddy as the main defendant, it doesn't shy away from pointing out that his employees and associates were also involved in the shady stuff he was running. We're talking serious crimes. Trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and even trying to cover it all up. But over the past year, a string of civil lawsuits has pulled more powerful names into the spotlight. Some of these people are directly accused of turning a blind eye to the abuse or even supplying Diddy with drugs. Among the well-known names tied to these allegations is Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall, the R&B singer from the group Guy, was named as a defendant in a lawsuit filed against Diddy last November in New York Supreme Court. This happened just before the deadline for New York's Adult Survivors Act, which gave survivors a one-year window to bring up cases of sexual assault that would normally be barred by the statute of limitation. Liza Gardner, the plaintiff, claims that Diddy and Aaron Hall assaulted her and a friend at Hall's apartment after a 1990 music industry event hosted by MCA Record. According to Gardner, she was 16 years old at the time of the assault. She claims Combs coerced her into having sex with him, and that later, Hall barged into the room, pinned her down, and forced her to have with him too. Additionally, the plaintiff claims that Combs discovered.
See, I don't get how the hell you rich still doing goofy. I ain't even gonna say still doing, but doing goofy ass shit like that, bro. That's crazy.
Her at home and choked her until she became unconscious, out of concern that his girlfriend would learn of the encounter, according to the complaint. In one YouTube video included in the complaint, Hall claims in an interview that Puffy, as Combs was known in the 1990s, witnessed him having. Another celebrity is the act Cuba Gooding Jr. Rodney Jones Jr., popularly known as Lil Rod, filed an additional complaint in March in the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York, naming Cuba Gooding Jr. as a defendant. Jones accused Gooding of sexual harassment and abuse. Jones specifically accuses Combs of grooming him so he could pass him off to Gooding. According to the complaint, the two were left alone in a makeshift studio on Combs' rented yacht. Gooding continued touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulders, according to the lawsuit. The actor had previously pled guilty to a minor charge of forcible touching. Another celebrity mentioned was singer Kalena Harper. Kalena Harper was a member of the group Diddy Dirty Money, along with Rich.
Yeah, I'm not. This shit freaky as hell. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to a girl the other day, right? So boom, we chilling and shit. We thugging. You know what I'm saying? So as we chilling, mind you, I'm minding my business and thugging it, bro. So she tapped me on my. Hold on, let me kill this fucking fly. She tapped me on my shoulder to talk about this weird ass Diddy situation. I'm like, listen, man, I'm sitting here chilling, bro. Don't tap me talking about, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know I be seeing all shit on the internet and stuff, but I'm doing a reaction to it now. But like, don't sit up here and try to have a full blown conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, baby, you got me fucked up. And this little fly keep flying around finna piss me off. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that shit had me mad, you know what I'm saying? But this whole situation weird as hell, folks. I ain't gonna lie.